So, it's been a year since everything has kicked off, and a year since we went into lockdown. For a lot of people, this year has brought a lot of change and a lot of despair, a lot of isolation, and a lot of shitty brains, and just everything like that. But I am making this video because today I went to Streetwise Opera and did some singing for the first time with a choir in over a year, and that to me gives me hope, and that to me brings me complete and utter joy. And when everything kicked off this time last year, I was in a very dark place, and I honestly thought that it couldn't get any worse, but it did, because of the construction, because of lockdown, because of how low I felt in myself. And for me, this time last year, my hope was poetry. My hope came in the sense of poetry and National Poetry Writing Month, which is happening in about 10 days? Or was it 9 days? 9 days time. So yeah, this time last year, how many times have I said take a shot every time I say this time last year? It's hilarious. But anyway, basically, change is inevitable for everyone, but for me personally, like, because I'm almost 30 in like less than 2 months now, and my mom's going to be 60 in 2 months, and the amount of growth I've had in that year, because I'm in my last year of my 20s. Nobody knew we would ever go through a pandemic. When I was 20, I thought 30 was very old, but it isn't. It's really not that old. I'm still young. I'm still very young, in fact. It's just in my head, 30 seems such a milestone. When it is a milestone age to me, because you're trying to figure out everything in your 20s, and then you've just about figured it, and you've figured it out in your 30s. So, like, me personally, I don't feel like I'm 30. Mentally, I still feel like I'm early 20s. Like, in my head, I feel like I'm early 20s, mid 20s. I don't care. Oh my god. It's... I think, because I even wrote a little list, like, down, and I don't think I'm going to end up using that list. Probably the main things I've put down: TikTok is an amazing place. It is. TikTok is fantastic. I discovered Josie Proto, Natty Dread, Littlest Chicken, all these fantastic, Abigail Barlow, all these amazing little people on this little app that is just amazing, like singers. And I watched a concert on Saturday night of Natty Dread, and honestly, it was fantastic. It was brilliant. I loved it. Granted, I had a little bit too much to drink, but I wanted to treat it like it was a normal concert, because, like, I just love intimate gigs, and I realised how much I miss intimate gigs. Like, I just miss going to gigs so much. The last gig I went to see was Lucy Spraggan in October 2019, and I just miss it so much. I think number 2 is that I've learned to adapt to change a lot more. Yes, I have, without a doubt. I have learned to adapt a lot better than what I thought. A lot better than what my parents thought. A lot better than what Gary thought. A lot better than what Lindsay thought, and Ali, and everyone. Like, oh my god. Those first 6 weeks, I was a mess. Those first 6 weeks, I was a mess. Those first 6 weeks, I had to learn how to do Zoom. Like, imagine this, you're going from being out and about all the time, and then being completely trapped in your own living room. And then like a year later, I'm like, oh my god, like, doing mindfulness in person is gonna be weird as fuck. Like, mindfulness in person is just gonna be weird, man. Like, half of my poems about Zoom Chronicles have come from being on Zoom with the mindfulness lot. Oh my god, it's become a running joke at this point. It's hilarious because nobody knows what they're doing. But do you have the authority? Do you have the authority? No. Jackie Weaver! I wonder if I'm going to be able to know what the hell I've thought about in like a year's time. Yeah. Maybe I should have done like a little like letter to myself on the 23rd of March 2020 and then followed it up in 2021 as well. But maybe I should do that. I don't know. I mean, number 3, I put I'm a lot stronger than I think I am. Yes, I do. I am a lot stronger than what I think I am. That comes into number 2 with like adapting to change and stuff. Like, ever since all of this like kicked off, I've definitely become more of a homebody, without a doubt. And I think it's okay to have off days. Definitely. It's okay to have rest days. It's okay to be not good. You know, like, everyone was talking about baking banana bread during the first lockdown, doing yoga, everything like that. I think I just about managed to stay sane during those first 6 weeks. And I wonder if there's going to be like a year anniversary thing for the Clapping for Carers, or is it a bit past it now? Because they don't want claps, they want pay rises. Like, they don't want claps, they want pay rises. Claps aren't going to pay the bills, are they? They've got a measly 1% pay rise. It's not much. It's really not much for the carers and the workers and the retail workers and the checkout assistants and cleaners and Amazon delivery drivers and couriers and other delivery drivers. Yeah. It's just all a bit mad. I mean, I know this is like a long ramble, but I don't care. I really don't care. And like, I mean, also I discovered a lot of good little mental health things in the past year, because obviously I was relying on just a lot of resources on the internet, and then that's when I found Blurt It Foundation, which are an amazing small charity based in Devon, I think. Are they based in Devon? Oh, are they based in Devon? Can you tell I haven't really planned this out? Hang on, I'll look at them, because I get like a little thing saying Daily Dollops of Kindness, and it's very nice. I like it a lot. Hang on. Okay, I'll just look for me the Blurt Foundation. Right, so today's one was it's been hard to plan things, hasn't it? Not knowing when, what, how, who, and where we're allowed to be. But when we look at our calendars and see nothing ahead to look forward to, we start going through the motions. We start to feel a bit wobbly-footed, uncertain, as though it's Groundhog's Day. While the things we might have once looked forward to aren't yet plan enabled, we can still create dates in our diaries which we'll look forward to. Oh my god. An anchor on the horizon that gives us those rumbling butterflies of excitement. Yes, you might need to be a bit more creative than before, perhaps booking a day off work when the kids are at school to have a pamper day instead of going to a spa. Maybe you can plan a day where you stay in bed and read books all day with lots of delicious just for you snacks on hand. What lights you up will be different to what lights me up, but the key to this thing is your plan. Is that it is the very thought of it that makes you smile. Go get brainstorming and planning something just for you. Oh my god, I love that. And yeah, right. They're based in Devon, so they have like these little buddy boxes that I look forward to them every month, and they are just my little happy place or whatever. Like, oh my god, like I get them usually on the 11th or the 12th every month, and oh my god, they've just been amazing. Some of the things that you get, I think the weirdest one I had was these hot chocolate buttons that you had to like heat up. That was probably the weirdest one. Or the other weirdest one was what else? Because usually, like, I got some blueberry muffin tea bags, which I think I drunk in about a day. Honestly, they were that lush. And I got some socks in the last one. The socks in the last one were just amazing and lush and just, oh my god. But yeah, so discovering things like that, like we blurted Buddy Box for £21.50 a month, it brings us so much joy. Because having something like that to look forward to, so having something to look forward to every month it's just amazing. I just love it so much. Because at the start of the pandemic, right, I was spending 80 quid, 90 quid, 100 quid, you name it, on shite. From B&M's, Home Bargains, Asda. Because everything was getting taken away from us. And I will never forget the feeling of not having Greggs for like 3 months. Fucking hell. The feeling of not having Greggs for 3 months, bloody hell, I was definitely getting withdrawals. Even if it is literally a sausage sandwich and a large vanilla latte, bacon sandwich or sausage baguette, depending on how I'm feeling that day. But for me, like, these little things became such a huge part of my routine. And like when the work closed, when the work closed, I was devastated. When Tiger closed permanently, I was absolutely heartbroken about Tiger. Rest in peace, Tiger. I will go to Edinburgh probably at the end of the year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Because their Tiger is brilliant, Norman. But yeah, I think as well, obviously with all of the takeaway places closed last year, I had to learn how to cook a bit more, so I can't really remember any of my creations, if I'm being honest, but I did make an amazing curry the night before, and honestly, I gobbled it up. It's been eaten now. I think I found my new niche. Not slow cooker curries, honestly. Oh my god, it was amazing. Maybe I need to make the other one in the slow cooker tomorrow. Should I make the other one in the slow cooker? I've got no idea. Can you tell I'm just like thinking about this off the top of my head? But yeah, And probably the main thing, fucking get to the point, man, Jess. Bloody hell. I mean, like, the main thing, me job. That was probably the main thing that changed everything for me last year. The job as a peer enabler at YVC. Oh wow. Having an interview over Zoom? Different. Completely different to anything I've experienced. And the thing is, I don't remember any of that interview at all. Like, I do not remember any of that interview because it was such a blur. I think I rambled. I was nervous as anything. Oh God, it just, I think it, when I found out that I got the job, like, I couldn't really take it in. Like, it just didn't feel real. Because it was during the second lockdown as well when I got this job. It was like such weird timing. Because, and obviously I think the universe did have a plan for me last year, because obviously National Poetry Writing Month happened, and then about a month or so later, Vicky got in touch with us over email, and I joined Spectrum for a bit, which was then like poetry related, and then after that, the job happened, and then now here we are, a year later. I've got my own poetry group, and I'm just gobsmacked at how much I've achieved in over a year. I have achieved everything, I think, off my bucket list in a year. I didn't even think that a poetry group would even be on the stratosphere this time last year, because obviously I was in a very dark place this time last year, and pictures and poetry was like photography and poetry was like my saving grace. And oh my fucking God, I need to shut up. Oh my God. And because of everything I've gone through, I now have a poem that's potentially going to be published very soon. So I'll potentially have a poem that's getting published very soon. So which is exciting. In a book. So yes, it's a humble brag. I don't care, Gary. Shut up. And I don't even care, because the universe has a plan. Always. The universe always has a plan. As soon as one door closes, another one opens, as I say, and it's very cliched. I don't care. But this time last year, I wouldn't have been able to say that this time now. I'm reaching my 30th birthday. I'm in a much better place mentally, and yeah, so Jess, this time last year, Jess, I know that you were in bits. I know that you were crying your eyes out, wondering if you could see your parents, your family, Gary, or anyone like that. Believe you me, you did. Things were a bit rocky throughout the process, but it was a learning curve, and you did it. You did it, and you're still here. So, well done past me, and to future me. How are you? How are you doing? Yeah, this is gonna be a thing that I'm gonna do this time next year. So things I want to ask future me. Do you still have your pottery group? What did Streetwise name the new choir? What did what? I don't know. Have you found anyone? Are you with anyone? How did your 30th birthday go? What's it like being 30 years old? Are you still living a biker? Has your budgeting gotten any better? Probably not. Are you still bullet journaling? So that is to future me. So past Jess, you did very well, and present Jess, you're doing very well. And I don't know what this was. I have rambled for 22 minutes about the past year and how it shaped me as a person, and wow, I wanted to get this off my chest, and I will be uploading bits of the COVID Chronicles in the next couple of days or weeks or whatever, so I'll see you later. It's probably going to take like 10 hours to upload this, so it's all good.